Hi, what's going on? Sam from Make It Fit, checking in with you guys. So guys are doing all doing terrific. Okay. We're changing the angle for you guys. But yes, that is what we are looking like currently right now. Just a quick glimpse. But there's a new video for you guys, and something I want to record for you guys is going to be a full day of eating. Right, so let's talk about the second meal. Full day of eating, because I talked about on Instagram what kind of macros that I'm currently consuming, and people kind of just lost their mind like, holy crap. And the macros is going to be 70 grams of carbs, 40 grams of fats, and a beautiful 260 to 280 grams of protein. And in case you don't know, the reason why my carbs are so low right now, and I'll put the calories and everything on the screen for you guys, is because we are competing for a show in about 3 weeks. So like I said, that's roughly what the physique is kind of looking like. And but I just want to take you guys along, show you guys what I eat in a day. Maybe you guys want to use some of these strategies to, you know, on your own dig, or if you try to have something similar calories and you want to mimic some of those, you can give this video a watch, or give you some ideas on low calorie macro volume eating. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So we got a cup of coffee here, and we also have a gallon of water going down for the rest of the day. So I'm starting to monitor my water as I go deeper into the contest prep, just because we are going to be doing some water manipulation. Again, by water manipulation, I'm not going to water, but we are going to go through a few days where we're going to be consuming more water than needed. So I need some data point for that. But a few things I want to talk about before I get started again is the macros, right? I have 70 grams of carbs. Actually about below than that, we'll see how I feel. And I 40 grams of fat and 260 to 280 grams of protein. I'm a coach. I've been a coach for the last 10 years. To a lot of you guys, I'm sure it might be like, whoa, 70 grams of carbs. And I cannot imagine, you know, how you could do that. And I have clients that are competing right now, or in contest prep right now, on some sort of fat loss phase, and they're eating upwards of 350 grams of carbs, a good amount of protein, and 20% of the total caloric intake coming from fat. And it might see that, I mean, people see that macros, and it's like, oh, I wish I can diet on those macros, and they see my macros, like, man, that's struggling. But that doesn't mean that person is not suffering too, because that person is 3% eating 400 grams of carbs, and I am, let's say, 3% eating 70 grams of carbs. It still feels almost the same way, regardless of how much food that you're seeing. And why macros are as low as you guys see it is because I have to dig. I have to dig a little bit for the show. That's what you get for trying to compete in 8 weeks notice to yourself. I'll talk a little more in depth into the rationale and how I feel throughout this contest prep in a later video. But again, this video is going to be talking about how I'm going to be eating throughout the day, and you guys just see how you can eat on that low of a carb or low of macros. But so the strategy that I'm using, I want to have this kind of low macros. The strategies are fairly simple, and what I've been doing is intermittent fasting. I will really call it intermittent fasting. It's just flexible fasting. I think I heard Chris Jones use something similar to describe what he's doing. And it's essentially what, for somebody like me, I have a corporate job. You know, it's early, around 8 o'clock right now. When I typically get my day started, I'm sitting behind the computer and doing a lot of work. I don't really need all the energy, all the food, so I can just sit down and just eat. And normally, so I can just sit down. But what I like to do is delay my first meal towards the time that I'm actually going to train. So yes, you might say it's intermittent fasting. I'm still drinking a cup of coffee. I'm still drinking my greens and things like that. I'm not really breaking my fast. So I'm not really going into it with the idea of intermittent fasting. I'm going into it with the idea of delaying my meal time so I can have a little more calories to work with at the end of the day. So that's why intermittent fasting is a great tool for fat loss, but intermittent fasting did not make you lose fat. Total caloric intake made you lose fat. You being in the deficit make you lose fat. So the strategy number one that I use when I have this kind of low macros, the first strategy really is just making sure I'm delaying my feeding time. But if you're somebody that's always on the go, moving all day, very active, it might not be a structure that will work for you, because you need that energy, just something to give you a little bit of energy to do your daily task. So that's the strategy. If you're in that position, you can use that and kind of balance it out and see how that works well for you. I'm gonna get some client work done, finish my cup of coffee, sipping on my water, and I'll show you the first meal that we're gonna have. So it is time, it is about noon right now, about 12:25 actually, about to have a first meal. And the first meal initially was gonna be some egg whites, mushrooms and onion I've been having, but I don't have any spray, so I'm gonna postpone that for another meal. And the meal I'm gonna have is it's the actual meal that I was gonna show you in the previous video. It's been a consistent meal every day throughout this prep, and I'm gonna keep that consistent when I'm done too, because I just like it so much. So what we're about to have is gonna have these 4 ingredients. Again, the prep time is literally less than maybe 5 minutes even, and packed with a ton of protein. So we are going to be using the 5 Greek yogurt. This is 0%, 0 fat. We're going to be throwing a little bit of the zero creamer, sugar-free creamer, some Fairlife, some more protein, and we are going to be going with literally one of my favorite protein supplements right now is the key lime. This is a limited edition, so again, I'm not sure if it's going to be still on the website. It should be, so I better hurry up. I'm going to combine all this, and I'm going to be showing you guys what that looks like, and there you have it. If you're struggling to get a lot of protein in, this is really good. I mean, 13 grams of protein per serving. Another ways you can definitely go ahead and enhance this is I typically can put it in a freezer and let it freeze up a little bit, or if you have a lot more carbs to play with, I would typically top it off with some sort of granola. I mean, this has been every single day. Packed with a ton of protein, looking about 78 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and 16 grams of carbs in total. So yeah, that is gonna be our first meal of the day. Then I'm gonna run some few errands, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what the next meal is gonna be looking like. Right, so let's talk about the second meal of the day. It's gonna be our turkey egg lavash bread, and we're gonna be putting that down with the Quest tortilla chips, the loaded taco version. Comment below which one is your favorite Quest chips, and have you tried any of this before? I mean, if you haven't, you should definitely do. I get this on Amazon. It's on repeat at this point. It's a little bit cheaper on Amazon. I think if you go to like Costco or your local maybe Sam's Club, I might get some pretty good deals on this. So this is 5 grams of fats, 5 grams of carbs, and 19 whopping grams of protein in this two right here. Again, pretty simple, straightforward. Got some turkey, pepperoni, lavash bread, laughing cow cheese that makes into these, and I'll put the macros on the screen for you guys. All right, so we changed. We are out and about. I'm currently running some errands. I am at the bank right now. I'm about to do some transactions for a clothing brand that's coming. That's officially launching. I've been dropping a little bit launch here. I open the site up, I close it. I open the site up, I close it. More for I think in about a week or so. So I'm gonna do something at the bank. Anyways, gonna be doing that transaction in the car, and I'm gonna be doing some testing out some cars. Right now I drive a sedan, and I'm trying to convert to an SUV just because dad life, got a family, goes to getting bigger and things like that. That's what we got going on. I'm gonna let that meal sit down for a second, and when I'm done here, luckily for me, I'll pack my gym clothes too, just because my gym is going to be around the car dealerships. Today we have shoulder on deck, again it's a deload, and we are going to be doing some cardio too. Cardio between a mix of walking treadmill and incline incline walking treadmill, and maybe some stairmaster too, just because we're trying to do some cross training to get ready for Crazy 100 that's coming up in late July. All right, so we just got home and made ourselves a quick meal, real quick. So what you are seeing in front of you, that is going to be egg whites, about 200 grams, 160 grams of cucumber, and a serving of the Boathouse Ranch dressing. So off the bat, a quick hack for you. It's very filling. Cucumber, that serving alone, I mean, as big as it is, this serving right here, this is about 3 grams of carbs. Here, look about 2 grams of fats, a decent 2 grams of fats, 3 grams of carbs. The whole serving is like 60 calories, and it's quite a decent amount of serving in here too. So I'm gonna dip the cucumber in here, finish the eggs, I actually look forward to meals like this. So I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna show you the next meal that we're gonna have, which is my last meal of the day, and I'll show you how we can make that into a bigger volume meal. All right, so the last meal we're about to make is typically something a lot of people don't like because it's just really dry, and that is we are going to be using some 99% ground turkey. So the macros on here is 1 gram of fat, no carbs, and 28 grams of carbs per serving. And oftentimes when people make this, it typically comes out dry. But I found a way that I make it that's actually not too dry, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys for our last meal of the day. So this is the awesome meal right here. I look forward to this meal a lot. I mean, it is very juicy. And the trick here is, well, the way I measure it is I cook the ground turkey separately so I can measure it cooked. It doesn't matter if you measure your food cooked or raw. I think you can standardize it. That would be better. And also because of ground turkey or ground chicken, sometimes I just want to make sure it's properly cooked. And sometimes you don't know if it's cooked when you mix everything together. But anyway, so what we have is going to be sauteed mushrooms, sauteed green onions, or any type of onions that you want. You can use regular like yellow onion. Those are typically low in macros, obviously, but they had more volume to your food. I cook them separately, then I'll combine them together. Soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce, game changer. Ginger adds more flavor to it. I mean, I'm about to take my palate to Flavor Town. Shout out Guy Fieri. And of course, we're topping it off with our good friend here, Rooster Booster. Comment below, is there a scarcity of sriracha, the OG sriracha at your store? I cannot find this. I cannot find it anywhere, but I found the generic one. I found a different Roland brand at a different store. But anyways, that is gonna be the last meal of the day, and I'm gonna top that off with some Rooster Booster. I mean, this is gonna be so good. So the total macros for today is coming down to a whopping 51 grams of carbs, 24 grams of fat, and 271 grams of protein. So if I want to add more fat or get more fat out of this, I would have used something like a ground beef instead, which has a little more, maybe 4 grams of fat per serving. But I kind of want to use the ground turkey that I have in here. I'm not really too stressed about 24 grams of fat. So again, if you wanted 24 grams of fat, if you're on that low fat, that's an option for you. But again, the way you can, if I want to get my fats up right now, and if I want to get my fats up to like 50% or whatever, the only thing I have to do here is one, obviously change my protein source, or just add something like an avocado or something like that in my meal, and I'll be fine, which to the flavor of what I'm about to have. But anyways, that is a full day of eating on a whopping 50 grams of carbs for you guys. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. You've gotten some ideas where you can implement into some of your daily nutrition. And if you do take anything out of this, let me know in the comment section which one do you like the most. And if you want me to keep doing this, let me know also in the comment section if you get any sort of value from this. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. The time and effort that I've put into this video for you guys. Like the video if you're new to the channel. If you watch this video this far, subscribe to the channel because I'll be bringing you more videos like this. Sam McClellan, Sam Kid Fit, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay on fit. Peace.